Let me introduce Emily. Emily is an avid rock climber. She does both indoor and outdoor climbing. She uses indoor gyms to prepare herself for her rigorous outdoor climbs. Indoor gyms, much like this one. This is where Emily feels most at home. She does both bouldering, where she doesn't need a rope or harness, as well as top rope climbing, where she does need a harness and a rope. On March 15, 2020, the climbing gym that Emily regularly attended closed its doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. When Emily left the gym that day, she was none the wiser as to how long it would be before she returned. Days passed, weeks passed, and Emily found herself looking for alternative climbing opportunities.
Well, I put my shoes on. Just gonna warm up my toes. A little raw right now with the cold temperatures and all. So challenges. These shoes, the rubber, it's not performing very well. I'll slip on the playground where I train.
Emily trained at the playground every day throughout much of winter. She had various usages for the existing playground equipment, which were not traditional. Sometimes she was successful, but other times there was lower rates of success. She became quite inventive, and she also could determine specific muscle groups that were targeted through her exercises.
Without this, getting back to the gym, going back into the gym, I'd be at V1. But with this, V5.
Although at times it became unclear as to whether she had totally lost her mind.
Don't want to get any injuries, because then you're out for the season. And when the gyms open back up, I just won't be able to do those V4s. So we're just going to tighten this bad boy up.
As you can see, Emily had a winter training routine pretty much down pat. But complications arose when the weather began to get warmer. Because with the warmer weather, there were more children out. And Emily did not count on that.
How am I going to get the climbing gains now?
Saddened, Emily didn't really know what to do. So she chose to find other areas in nature where she could take time to reflect and contemplate her possibilities. She did find other alternatives, but she ended up taking things generally slower than she had done with her earlier training. Occasionally, she would use old equipment like the monkey bars. Trees became repurposed. She connected with nature again. The monkey bars were still useful. And then, of course, there were the planks of wood by the beach. A good training ground for stability and balance. Ultimately, Emily still wants to climb, but she recognized that she just needed to slow down and be with the rocks. Spend time trying to understand them more, and that will prepare her as well as she needs to be prepared for her climbing. So until the gyms do open again, Emily has found peace in nature. Emily, what are you doing?
Stretching my arms, trying to get them longer for climbing.
You know, gyms are open again.
No. Okay.